Hello, my name is Lisa Castle, and I am your instructor for this online college algebra course for the spring 2025 semester. I wanted to do a quick intro video to just walk you through some of the features of this course and introduce myself. All right, so we're going to familiarize ourselves with our Canvas course. We're going to look over the syllabus. I will not read the entire syllabus to you. You're capable of reading the syllabus, and you will want to read the syllabus. You'll want to look at your schedule. A Canvas is great. It has a wonderful calendar. It shows you when things are coming due. So that aspect of Canvas is very good. But I do have an entire semester's schedule in Canvas so that you know first day of class when everything is going to be due. You're going to want to obtain your Pearson MyLab Math Access immediately so that you can complete the syllabus quiz. The syllabus quiz is a prerequisite for everything else in the course, so you'll want to get that taken right away. All right, I'm going to move over to Canvas so we can look at the course. So I've opened this particular college algebra course. It opens to the home page. Um, Canvas is arranged in modules. Let me go in as a student. I'm in as myself. It's a little bit better look if we look at this as a student. All right, now we have the student view. Canvas is arranged in modules. The first module in the on the home page is the welcome module, where you can read a little bit about me. You can look at your syllabus. You can look at your course schedule. So let's do that first. Let's click on the Meet Your Instructor. Probably the first 5 lines of this page is what you'll be most interested in. My email address, my phone number, my office number, and my office hours. So my preferred method of communication is via email, although Canvas messaging works quite well also. And the reason Canvas messaging works well is because it sends me an email. An email is the application that I monitor all day long. So send me an email if you need to reach me or send me a Canvas message. What I don't prefer is assignment messages. So if you're in an assignment, you can add a comment to it. I don't get those messages till the next day. So it'll be a full 24-hour delay before I can even answer. I even see it, so I can answer it. So send me an email or send me a Canvas message. That'll be the quickest way to reach me. Here's my office phone number. If you need immediate attention, give me a call. I'm in my office quite a bit, so I am available for a phone call most every day, all day. This is my office number. I'm on the second floor, excuse me, of the Arts and Sciences building. So if you're on campus and you're in the Arts and Sciences building, you're on the second floor, please come by and introduce yourself and we can say hello. My office hours are Monday through Thursday from 1 to 3. However, I am in my office pretty much all day, every day. So if you need to talk to me, please come by and see me. If you see me in my office, you're more than welcome to come in and say hello. All right, I'm going to go back to the home page. I'm going to skip over the syllabus for just a second, and I'm going to look at the course schedule. And I'm recording this video at home, so I'm not sure if this is going to actually open. There's quite a bit of lag going on this today in my internet connection, so I don't know if this is going to open, but I'm going to give it a try. The answer would be no. This is your semester schedule. So you can take a look at that, click on that. If you see, oh, it's going to try to open. If you see any issues with it, any errors in it, if I made a typo or a mistake in it, please send me an email and let me know. But you should know by looking at your schedule when everything is going to be due this semester, including the dates of every exam and when the final is due. Not knowing that it was due is not an excuse because I send you reminders via an announcement. You have it in your schedule and it'll show up in Canvas that it's coming due. So that is not an excuse whatsoever for missing an exam. I didn't know it was due is not an excuse because you will know that it's due. It's not going to open in a timely fashion. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. You can also see links to the major sections of your course in Canvas on the course schedule page. So I'm going to go back to the home page, and I am going to attempt to open the syllabus. So I'm going to click on the syllabus and textbook link. You're not required to purchase a book. You are required to have Pearson MyLab Math access. We'll talk about how to get your access here in just a second. It's pretty straightforward. You just click on the Access Pearson link in the left navigation. If you have a Pearson account, you can link it. If you don't have a Pearson account, you can create one. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to click on the syllabus. All right, so I've opened the syllabus. You can read through the syllabus. It talks about getting your Pearson access, and it gives you the course objectives and the course outline, which is found in Canvas. It talks about evaluation, which is probably something you're interested in. Homework assignments are worth 10% of your grade. I will drop the lowest 2. Quizzes are worth 20% of your grade. I will drop the lowest 2. Exams are 50% of your grade. There will be 5 chapter exams. The last exam will cover both chapters 5 and 6. I don't drop a lowest score in for exams. However, if you are not satisfied with a particular exam grade, we do allow replacement of one individual exam grade with the grade you make on your final. That's an incentive for you to study and do well on your final. Let's say you make a 50 on exam 2 and you make a 100 on the final. We'll take the 50, delete it, and replace it with the 100. That's a really, it can really help your grade quite a bit if you done poorly on one of the individual chapter exams. You know you can have that replaced with the score you make on your final. I only give partial credit in this online course if you submit a paper, and believe me, partial credit can make all the difference in the world. Let's say you make a typo when you enter your answer. I will not know that unless you submit a paper, because I'm not going to look at your exam unless you submit a paper. So for every exam, please submit your work for that exam. Submit it in a logical, neat fashion. This is not scratch paper. This is the work for your exam. That way, if I see a problem's incorrect, I can go to your exam paper, grade the work that's on your exam paper, and award partial credit if appropriate. But if you get a problem wrong and you don't submit a paper, I will not grade it. So you need to submit a paper for every exam you take. It's simple enough. I will give you instructions when I send the announcement out prior to that exam being due. You can take a photo with your phone of your exam paper and email that to me or attach it to a Canvas message, or you can scan it and send me the PDF. Either one of those works very well. You will be proctored for every exam. This is an online course, so you will be proctored. The proctoring service we use is called HonorLock. It's very simple to use. I'm not saying it doesn't take a minute to authenticate yourself in HonorLock, because you do have to present your ID, your photo ID, and some other things to confirm that the person in the ID and the person who's on camera are the same person. That way we know the correct person is taking the exam. We do give you a practice for honor lock, so there is no excuse for not having practiced honor lock before the first exam. You can practice the honor lock, practice as many times as you want until you're comfortable with honor lock, so that when you sit down for your first exam, you'll be ready to go. You can opt out of using honor lock. Your option, if you choose not to use honor lock, is to come to campus and take your exams on campus. So you will be required to drive to campus 6 times in the semester to take the 5 hourly exams and the final. So you can either use honor lock to proctor you, or you can come to campus and take the exams in the testing center on campus. All right. Your final exam is comprehensive. It's worth 20% of your grade. So homework, 10%, quizzes, 20%, exams, 50%, final, 20%, for 100% total. I'll drop the lowest to homework and quiz grades, which I said before. Your current grade is always available in My Lab Math. It can take a little bit of time for the grades to sync back to Canvas. So don't be surprised if as soon as you finish a homework assignment, you close it, if you go back, that the grade's not in Canvas. They do have an auto sync where the grades sync from Pearson back to Canvas, but as I said, that can take up to 30 minutes. If after 30 minutes you still don't see your grade, go ahead and send me an email and I'll manually sync them. I'll let you read about the closure, campus closures, etc. Makeup. You know first day of the course when your exams are due, when your homework is due. Now, homework and quizzes you can do late with a penalty. Exam due dates are firm. If for some reason you know that you are not going to be able to make an exam due date, you need to let me know ahead of time. That way I can determine whether or not to let you make it up, whether to extend the due date. But you need to let me know ahead of time. Now, if something happens and you can't let me know ahead of time, you must let me know within 48 hours why you didn't take the exam. It says 24 hours, actually, within 24 hours. You cannot send me an email a month after the exam was due and say, oh, can I take exam 1? The answer is no. So take it by the due date. If your excuse is reasonable, and I am the judge of whether it's reasonable or not, I may extend your due date or let you make it up. But it has to be what I deem a legitimate excuse. You know when exams are due. You know today when they're due. And I will send you reminders when they are due. So the excuse, I didn't know my exam was due, is not an excuse. All right. It's in your Canvas calendar. It's like in 3 different places, and I remind you. All right. I'll let you look at that. All right, we've covered the syllabus somewhat. You should go through and read it from top to bottom so that you can take the syllabus quiz. And once you've read the syllabus, you can click on the syllabus acknowledgement quiz link and take the syllabus acknowledgement quiz. It is a requirement for you to take the quiz before you start your homework, so you'll want to go ahead and get it done. You are required to have a graphing calculator for this course. In Chapter 6, we encourage you to use your calculator to do all of Chapter 6. I'll be loading some videos in Chapter 6 to show you how you can do matrices on your calculator. So if you're not familiar with that, we'll show you how to do that. So all of Chapter 6 can be done on your calculator, but you do need a graphing calculator and you need to get it as soon as possible. All right, I'm going to go back to the home screen, home page. And let's talk about accessing Pearson, getting your Pearson My Lab math access. Can I say it? My Lab Math. I can't say that. All right, so you're going to go into, you got a couple of things to do. There is a link in the left navigation called Course Materials, and that is the link to the access code for this course. So you're going to click on Access Pearson, and you're going to create your Pearson account. If you already have one, you can just link your account to this course. And this is the access course code for this course for your course materials. So it will give you immediate access to My Lab Math, and it will charge your account for that My Lab Math access. You can opt out of paying for it this way. If you do, you will have to pay for it with your credit card or your debit card. You have to have the material. You can either let us charge your account at Redlands for the material, or you can charge it to your credit card or debit card. This is the easiest way. Just reveal the quote code, copy it, and then when you create your account, paste it in. You're done. So you can have your Pearson access on day one. All right. So I would go in here. I've copied I went to that link. I opened the access code. I copied it, and then I can create my Pearson account. I can't do this because I already have a Pearson account, and so it doesn't look quite the same as what you would see. If I click on it, it's going to want me to link my current account, which I don't want to do. I'm an instructor. I don't want to link as a student. But there is a button, if you could see the button, since things are lagging and being slow loading, that says create an account. So you can go in here, create your account. Please use your Redlands email address to create the account. Well, that's kind of funny. Please use your Redlands email address to create your account. If you use a personal email address, I will tell you, you got to change it. You can't use a Gmail account, any other email account. You have to use your Redlands because I can't communicate to you on your personal email. I can only communicate to you with your Redlands email. So create your account, use your Redlands email. To create that account, use a password you're going to remember, a username you're going to remember. And once you've created the account, you'll get a pay page. And on the pay page, you can copy and paste that access code that you got from the course materials link in Canvas. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. Okay, I'm going to go back to Canvas. Go ahead and close the Pearson. And let's look at the home page again. Here's your orientation for My Lab Math. There's your syllabus quiz. Honor Lock instructions are right here. Underneath it is the Honor Lock practice. Here are the instructions for you to take an exam using HonorLock. I do have a video demo that I made that walks you through the process step by step. You might see in big red letters right here that you don't have a password to the practice or any exam. You do not have a password. That's how we proctor you. If you could bypass the password and just open the exam, you wouldn't be proctored. So you have to go through the HonorLock authentication process, and the very last step is HonorLock will enter the password for you. You take the exam, you close the exam, you close HonorLock, you're done. Now, the HonorLock practice, like I said, you could take that as many times as you want until you're comfortable with the process of HonorLock. If it takes you 5 times to walk through this to get comfortable, take the 5 times and walk through it. Not being able to use HonorLock is not an excuse for taking an exam late. You have time to practice this. The only thing that's required for HonorLock, other than a computer and a camera and a microphone, which you need to take an online class anyway, you need a photo ID. So an ID that shows your picture and your name. It can be a school ID or a driver's license, whatever works. And you need an HonorLock extension to your Chrome browser. It does require Chrome. The first time you take an exam, if you haven't downloaded the extension, it'll prompt you to download it. It's very, very, very easy to do. Okay, I'm going to go back to the home page. I'm going to click on each chapter is its own module. So I'm going to click on the first chapter module. I'm going to click on the section 1.1. When you click on a module in Canvas for a particular section in a particular chapter, it will open with an introduction of that section, a list of the objectives for that section. It includes notes that I created for that chapter. If you're interested in looking at those, it's probably not going to open very quickly here, but it's just everything I could think of that you would need to complete the chapter note-wise. It has a link to the PowerPoint I use for my face-to-face classes. You might be interested in that. It has a link to the textbook that we use. When you get your MyLab Math access, an e-text is included in that access. So you can click there, and it includes a link to your homework. It also, it did open. How about that? There you go. There's all the chapter 1 notes. It's kind of handy to print out while you're doing chapter 1. You're not allowed to use this on an exam. I will provide you with a formula sheet for each exam. You're allowed to use the same formula sheet for all 5 exams and the final. So I'll provide a copy of that in the announcement when the first exam is due. You print that off and you can use it for each exam. Here is a link to all the videos for this section. So there are 5 videos for section 1.1 that you can watch and that will help you as you're studying the material. Now, I do have a link to the homework for this particular section, so you can click on the homework here. The homework link is also going to be on the home page. It's going to be on the assignments page. It's going to be in several places. Again, I'm in here as a student, and it wants me to link my instructor account. I don't want to do that. You can click on the link anywhere you can find it in the course, and you can open your homework. As a matter of fact, if we go to the assignments link in Canvas, here's a list of all your homework. Now, default for a student is it gives you assignments that are upcoming, so you can see the orientation's due the 27th, and the first homework is due the 27th, and the syllabus quiz is due the 31st. Although you probably want to do that prior to those two, because the syllabus quiz is a prerequisite to the 1.1 homework. Now I can sort this by type, and then it sorts it by each type. The homework, scroll through that, quizzes, scroll through that, exams, and the final. All right, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in this intro video, but I do want to show you that I send announcements out. And to do that, I need to leave the student view. I'm recording this video prior to the beginning of the semester, so announcements are not available yet, but they will go out at midnight the day the semester begins. So midnight Tuesday, January the 21st, announcements will go out. So let's see what that announcement's going to look like. And I send announcements out each week for the 16 weeks of the semester. I also will send you announcements for anything that comes up that I need to reach you all quickly. And an announcement will be on the homepage in Canvas. It will also send you an email with that announcement in it. So let's look at the week 1 announcement. All right, so it's going to have a link to this video. It's going to tell you what you need to accomplish in that first week. For example, the first week you need to do the 1.1 homework, the My Lab Math Orientation homework, and you probably need to get that syllabus quiz out of the way. It talks about the syllabus and how you need to read it, and it talks about honor lock and how you need to go ahead and think about taking that honor lock practice so you can practice the authentication process. All right, so that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to cover. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to reach out to me and give me a call. Send me an email, send me a Canvas message, come by and see me in my office. I look forward to having a great semester and hearing from you soon. Bye-bye.